Hello, my name is Ilarion. First of all, welcome to my channel and welcome to this new JavaScript, TypeScript web automation course. So in this course, we are going to cover the technologies like JavaScript, TypeScript, then of course HTML, CSS, then XPath and playwright. I've chosen the framework playwright because it's right now becoming one of the mostly used frameworks for web automation. Okay, so in this video we are going to have some introduction to web automation. We are going to learn some JavaScript commands to kind of interact with the web page. And we're going to do this live. We're going to play with JavaScript page in the browser console. And then we will check some of the available record and playback programs that basically record the actions you do as the user in the browser, and then they kind of repeat after you. They have the playback. So this is kind of the first step to automation. Let's jump to quick introduction about me. So first of all, I'm senior full stack engineer. I have 7 years of experience in the industry, and you might be wondering, okay, like you're full stack engineer, you're not QA automation engineer. Yeah, but first 3 years of my career I spent as QA automation engineer. Currently, my primary technologies that I use at work are JavaScript, TypeScript, for backend Node.js, for frontend React, for mobile apps React Native, and then again for backend Python. So if you want to get to know me better, and just head to my blog ilarion.github.io/about. There are much more information about me. Yeah, of course, if you're interested. So I wanted also to share with you some of the technologies that I've worked with. So this is basically my test automation experience. So for the web, I used Protractor, Cypress, Playwright, then Jest, Mocha, Chai, Jasmine. I also worked with Java for some time, Selenium, Selenide, TestNG. For mobile automation, I used to work with Appium and also Detox. Recently, I've been working with Detox. And for API testing, of course, good old Supertest and Postman. Now let's talk about you. Why do I think you have to learn automation? So first reason is I do think that this is interesting. At the end of this video, as I told you, we are going to use some real JavaScript commands to interact with the page from browser console, and you will see like, wow, you will say, wow, I didn't know I can do this from browser console. So this is interesting. Secondly, I think that this might be a new challenge for you. If you've been working as QA manual engineer and you feel like you are stuck, you learned all the tools that you have to work with as QA manual engineer, and you feel like you've reached the top and you need something new, some new challenge. You feel like your current duties at work are boring, so automation is good choice, good way for you. Then next, what I think is most important for many people is career growth and money. Again, as QA automation, you can earn much more money. It's not a secret, much more money than manual QA engineer. So yeah, why not? Then next thing, less routine. It relates to the first one, that is interesting, less routine. So I would say that as QA automation, you most likely won't have to do regression testing, manual regression testing before each production release. So yeah, I know that many manual QA engineers hate this because this is really routine and really boring work, just clicking through the same test scripts all the time. Yeah, so if you become QA automation, then most likely you won't have to struggle. And yeah, the last point is, maybe you were wondering that someday you want to become developer. So right now you're working as QA engineer, and one day you want to become developer. QA automation can be your first step to development. Basically, I used to work as QA automation, and then I switched to development. It was a really easy switch within one company. If you were ever thinking about this, then yeah, go ahead, learn automation. I also have an article here, why QA automation switched to development, what are the pros and cons of switching to development. Like, it's more stressful work, but yeah, you'll get more money for that. So there are some cons and pros to that. What's the content of this course? So in this course, we are going to cover such topics as CSS, XPath selectors, then playwright architecture, playwright installation. We are going to cover what is Node.js, NPM, JavaScript, TypeScript, how TypeScript transpiles into JavaScript. We are going to learn how to record tests, even on this lecture, but later on we'll see a better way to do this. We're going to learn how to run tests, how to debug tests with debuggers, breakpoints, etc., traces, authorization. We're going to do tests which will authorize automatically. Then we're going to learn arrange, act, assert pattern, page object pattern. We're going to learn about actions we can do with the web page, assertions we can do, navigations. We are going to turn on some custom reporting for our tests. We're going to run our tests on CI, GitHub Actions. We're going to connect to database to clean up some data and to prepare some data for our tests. Same goes for API requests. We're going to write a few API tests, I would say, and we're going to use API for creating test data and cleaning up test data to make our tests faster. And we're going to work with multiple tabs and many more topics we are going to cover in this course. So this course doesn't have an end. I will publish videos every couple of weeks, and yeah, this is, I don't know, I don't have a plan when to end this course. So when I get new topics, I'll just go ahead, record new video for you and publish it. Okay, I know there are a lot of words, so I prepared my favorite meme for you. So if you don't write any test automation tests, none of the tests will fail. Yeah, just think about it. Tests won't fail if you don't write tests. All right, so who is this course for? First of all, I think that most of my audience will be beginners. Beginners, yeah, I'm thinking it will be, let's say, 70% beginners, 20% juniors, and 10% middle. So I'm going to target this audience mostly, but in all of the videos, I will have some tips and I will discuss some advanced topics that you as junior or middle QA automation engineer may not know. So yeah, what I would suggest you just go through my videos. If you're already junior automation or middle automation, click through them, click through the slides, see which areas might be interesting for you, and yeah, just watch there, set the speed to 1.5 or to 2, the playback speed. Yeah, so if you don't know anything about automation, about programming, this is the right course for you. Okay, let's go. Requirements for this course. You yeah, if you know basics of HTML, CSS, client-server architecture, this is great. If you don't, we are going to go slowly. Sometimes you might have to stop, Google something, and then get back to the lecture. But we will go slowly, but it's preferred that you already know some basics. Client-server architecture, what do you have to know? You have to know that there is server, there is client, server communicates with database, there might be some caching on the client, there might be some caching on the server, somewhere some caching service like Redis. This is basically all you need to know. You just need to know that there are requests coming from client to backend, and yeah, requests, responses, like not much. Then regarding HTTP, you have to know that there are methods, HTTP methods, HTTP status codes, and that there are requests, responses, and yeah, what else? Additional information in headers. Then you have to know how to open Chrome DevTools. Yeah. And if you know where to find HTML and CSS in Chrome DevTools, this is great. If you know where to find HTTP requests in Chrome DevTools in network, this is also great. Then Git is optional. If you don't know it, yeah, this is fine. And JavaScript again. If you don't know JavaScript or TypeScript, this is fine. We'll go slowly. You'll just repeat after me and you'll understand everything. So there is nothing hard about it. And yeah, of course, if you know some basics of any programming language, like, I don't know, some Pascal, Java, Python, whatever language you already learned, then you'll be fine. Yeah, I also wanted to say that don't be scared. If you don't understand something, what I'm showing you, then feel free to ask questions in the comments. Feel free to go to Google and ChatGPT to learn something, to explore something, ask questions. Yeah, just don't worry. Everyone, I'm sure everyone can learn automation. It's easy. It's becoming much easier. Now let's play with something. Let's try. I'll go to Chrome. Let's try to install Selenium IDE. What is this? This is basically a record playback extension. Let me close this one. Okay, install, add extension. Okay, installed. Boom. Now let's go to, let's say, my blog. Let's go to homepage. Now let's choose this Selenium IDE. Boom. Record test in new project. This is what we need. Project name, Ilarion's blog. Can I make it larger? Yeah, fine. Ilarion's blog. Base URL, Ilarion GitHub.io. Yeah, I'm doing this for the first time, so yeah, I just hope it will work. Selenium is recording. Okay, then while it's recording, let me click, let's say, on this link, then on About Me, then back to the list of articles, then let's, I don't know, let's start the video. And yeah, that's it. Let's find the stop button here, the red one. Test name, blog, automation 1. Okay, let's close this one. And here we should have some button to replay the actions. Run all tests, run current tests. So I can choose from the list of the tests, and I'm running current test. Did you see? It clicked through all the links. Wow, nice. That was fast. Okay, We can probably slow it down a little bit. So did you see it already? Clicked through all the links. Wow, this is great. Current test. Preparing to run your test. All right. What do we have? And you see it goes one by one. Click on this one, select window, then click again. Yeah, it goes slowly. Best article, select frame. Boom. So we've just done our first automation test, and we can run it as many times as we wish. So this is the record and playback tool. Was it hard? No. So this is our first step to automation. This was Selenium IDE. Now let me show you another tool which is built into Chrome DevTools. Another tool called Recorder. So just open your Chrome DevTools, hit Recorder. You might have it hidden somewhere over here behind this button. And yeah, let's click select new recording. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm doing this for the first time, so I'm just hoping this will work. Okay, I just hit start recording. Let's go to this page. Wow, this is slow. Let's go to this page. Let's hit, let's say, on this input, how to choose, and hit search. And this navigates us to Google search. Okay, let's end the recording and let's see what we have. And we have pretty much the same thing. So it records the actions that we did on the page. So current page, set viewpoint, navigate, best articles. Then we clicked on the input. We clicked on this input, right? Then we typed change element search, blah, 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 how to choose value, how to choose. This is what we typed here. And then we hit search button, click element search. Okay, and that's it. Now let's try to replay this one. Extremely slow replay. Yep, let's go with this one. Okay, you see, it clicked on this one, how to choose. Boom. What can we do here? We can replay and we can click show code. And this one shows code in Puppeteer. Puppeteer is another kind of framework for web automation. Boom. Let's check what do we have here. So here it says go to this URL, then it finds some locators, blah blah blah, set timeout, fill how to choose. Okay, then it fills the how to choose element. Oh, it does the click. It clicks on this element. This is the click. Wow. Then it fills this element with how to choose. I know that I also don't understand all this code, so this is fine. How to choose. Then it clicks on this button, on the search button. And that's it. Then it navigates to another URL. Wait for target, and it navigates here. So this is basically what these tools can do. We just tried the Selenium IDE and Chrome Recorder. We also have Catalan Recorder and some similar tools. In the next videos, we are going to play with Playwright Recorder, which is way much better than Chrome Recorder or this Selenium. So yeah, this was our kind of first step to web automation. And that, yeah, I would suggest you to play around with it. I know it's not reliable, as I said. So sometimes it doesn't find the right element, sometimes it doesn't click it. Sometimes it just fails, you don't know why. So these tools are great for simple tasks, I would say. Now I have a tip of the day for you. So my tip of the day for you is how to copy text from YouTube videos. So let's say you want to copy like this slide that I have. You just go to YouTube, copy text from YouTube videos. I already prepared this one for you. And you find this extension, select text. You go to this select text, you install it, then you go to some YouTube video. I opened my Postman YouTube video. Okay, I have some comments unanswered. Yeah, by the way, I'm answering all the comments that you send me, so feel free to ask questions and yeah, send me whatever you want. I will reply in the comments. So where were we? Okay, I wanted to copy this text, right? And I have, how it's called? Select text, right? Select text extension. And on YouTube videos, you will see this button. I just paused the video and now I'm hitting this button and it allows me to copy all of this. Okay, let me copy this. Let's go to this file. Boom, it copied everything. Let's say I want to copy this crazy token. This crazy token, I don't want to type it. Boom, it copied the token. This is great. I just love this tool. Sometimes it saves a lot of time. So for you it will save a lot of time, as we will play with the console. With real JavaScript right now. Okay, let's play in console. Let's try to go to Google. Go to Google, open Chrome DevTools. And now what we're going to do. So don't worry if I'm not explaining clearly enough what we are doing, but you'll get the idea. We'll do this a few times and you'll get the idea. So what am I doing here? I'm writing some code and you might be wondering, okay, I never seen code. This is JavaScript. This is too complicated. Yeah, but it's not. Document is basically our HTML document. querySelector is something we are using, some function we are using for selecting an element. This element, this is selector for the element, this is selector for this input. Text area, name Q. Q means query, I guess. So this is our search query. And the value, this is what's inside. Okay, let's basically do this. So the value inside of this component, inside of this element is Ilarion right now. And we can set this value to Ilarion Halushka. Boom. So we just change the value. Cool. Boom. We are changing the value, you see here. So we can do this as many times as we wish. Then what else can we do? Let's say we want to click on this button. To click on this button, we can do the following. We can, this is again our HTML document. In our HTML document, we are selecting an element. Don't worry if you don't understand how to do this, like where to get these selectors from. We'll cover this. So this is a button, area label search. Area label search. So this is basically this button. And I will show you. Don't worry. Okay. Let's hit here inspect. We are okay. We are in elements now. This is HTML button. So you see, we just selected this button. This is it. If you remember, we hit inspect, just inspect. Then we have this button, and this button has an attribute called area label search. And we are going to find this element by this area label search. This is what we have in the code. So this is button, remember? This is button. And area label search, this is the attribute. This is the attribute. And we are going to select this element by this selector. And then we'll do the click, right? First we can like avoid clicking this. It will just return this button. This is the button, right? This is the HTML for this button. And now we can do the click. Click. Boom. So we just search for Ilarion Halushka 2. Okay, let's search for, I don't know, Ilarion Halushka 1. Replacing this one, I'm just hitting the arrows to select the previous command. Boom, click. So we searched for Ilarion Halushka. And here we have search results on this page, right? And yeah, I already have selectors prepared, so this will be faster. So this is our selector for results. These are all the query results, everything what we see on this page in the results. Okay, so what do we want to check? Here in search results, we want to check. Do we want to check something? No, we just want to check that, okay, there are results. And now let's say we want to check this link. So we want to check that this link, let's inspect it. We want to check this, that this link, where is it? It's a header, this link, A. This link will navigate us to HTTP Ilarion Halushka GitHub.io. Yeah, GitHub.io. Whoa. Okay, and to check, okay, first of all, we have to find this element. We have to find this element, and here is a tip of the day number 2. We can click here, and we can copy selector. And let's do it slowly. Document, querySelector, and here we are pasting the selector. Ooh, wow. Boom. So this is the element. We just selected this element. I'll repeat this again. So first of all, I did right click on the element, inspect. Then I found, okay, this is header, and above this header I have a link, which is kind of a wrapper element, parent element of all this area. So I did right click on this link and copy selector, and just document querySelector. Boom, this is the element. And now I want to check the href of this element. Href, this is the link. If you remember, here is the attribute, this is the link to my blog. Okay, href. Okay, it gives me the href, and I want to check that href equals the link to my blog, which is boom, and it returns true. So we did an assertion that this links has the href which leads to my blog. Okay, this is great. So we are just step by step learning what we can do with the web page. If you remember, we already clicked on this element. Let's try to find this one here. So text area. This is text area. Okay, text area, and we have to find some selector. Let's say querySelector. querySelector, and now, okay, this is this text area. This will work for now. It's not a perfect selector, but this will work. Value. Okay, value is empty now. You remember, right? To set the value, just hit this. Then we want to find this button. To click this button. Now we have the button. Okay, area label search, but we can do it simply like this. Copy selector. Let's go from here. Copy selector. This is the button, you see it kind of selects this button, and we'll do the click. Boom. Click, we just searched for this one. All right, so this is simple. Select an element, in elements right click, select the right selector, go to console, querySelector, paste the selector from the elements and do the click or change the value. This is easy, and we can do a lot of actions because most of the actions that user does on the page are just clicking something, typing something, then clicking again something. Yeah, so these are the basics of automation, what we can do from the browser console. Of course, in production, automated tests, we don't usually use console for this, yeah, but still, we'll get there. Okay, what else we can do with the web page? We can do location reload. Location reload, it just refreshes the page. So instead of clicking this one, we are refreshing the page. Boom, it works perfect. Then what else we can do? Window, window, history, back. What it means? History is history of the pages that we visited, and going back means clicking on this button. So instead of clicking on this button, we are just writing code that will do this for us. You see, navigated back. So if we want to go forward in history, forward, boom, it goes to this one. Back, forward, back, forward. Okay, that was easy, I know. Then what else we can do? We can, let's say we want to replace the URL. We want to go to another URL. For this we have to window, location, href, example.com. Boom. Okay, example.com not found. Then let's call it https example.com with the protocol. Okay, example.com, here we go. And now, okay, we know how to replace the URL of the page and navigate there. Now let's go back. I want to go back. Okay, going back to Google. Let me clean the console. Okay, what else we can do? Let's say we want to open a tab in a new window. So this one we used and we went to this URL on the same tab, And let's say we want to open a new tab. Window, open. Can I get some here? Okay, let's get this one. And now open, and now target blank. Blank meaning, sorry, blank meaning it will open in the new tab. Let's try, hope this works. Okay, we're on this tab, remember, blank, boom, it opened my block in another tab. Okay, oof, I was worried that this won't work. All right, what else can we replace? Let's say we want to replace this button and set here, okay, set some text for this button, copy, selector. Actually, there is a shortcut. I will show you this time, like this. Boom, shortcut. This stands for document querySelector, if you want to choose one element. Okay. And now inner text. Inner text is empty for this element, and we will set inner text search. And we have to make it a string like this. Okay, search. Boom, search. You see? We just changed the inner text of this HTML. And here, yeah, we also changed this in HTML. Boom, search me. boom, like this, and HTML changed, the page changed. Yeah, but we see that we messed up the styling here, so we might want to change CSS. Okay, let's set it to search, and now we want to change styles. How do we change styles? Style, and let's set margin. What do I have here? Margin right. Margin right to 10 pixels. Okay, that worked. You see? There's a small gap now. Okay, so this is fun. I don't know. I'm laughing. I'm kind of funny right now because I love this, because it's really interesting. I'm having fun with this. You see, I'm just playing around. I decided to change some text. I just changed it. I just decided to navigate to some page. I navigated. I decided to change text here. I changed it. Okay, let's try to change background. What is this? Oh, for background it might be more complicated, because we would have to choose this whole element. Okay, copy selector. Okay, I'm doing this for the first time, so if this doesn't work, then I'm sorry. Background. Let's say style, background color red. Boom. Oof, this is scary. I don't know. Purple, blue, let's say blue. Yeah, I also wanted to say that what we just did in console, this is very similar to what extensions do, to what adblock does. Adblock goes through the HTML elements and finds out which ones are basically ads, and it doesn't show them. It just deletes them from the kind of. Adblock does the following: if adblock decides that this one is an advertisement, then adblock just would do the following: copy element, I don't know, copy element selector, then we'll do this, boom, and let's say we would set hidden true. Okay, this one didn't work. Let's say which element is this one? This is the whole element. Okay, this is the div. Inside here would they have images? Okay, let's try to select this one. Selector, let's try to hide this first one. Images, hidden equals true. Okay, hidden true, boom. Okay, didn't work. That's odd. Oh, because we have to full stack engineer with focus on backend. How we call it? Display style display none. Boom. Yeah. There we go, without any Stack Overflow or ChatGPT. What we just did, we did what adblock does. If it finds that some element is an advertisement, it just hides it or deletes it from HTML. Let's delete one more. Okay, this one. Let's delete the news. News would be the third one, I guess. Boom, news. Yep. And let's delete, I don't know, the fifth one. Okay, we don't have such, I don't know, second one. Boom, deleted. This is what AdBlock does. So most of the extensions, they do some manipulations with the HTML3. Here they find some elements and they do manipulations with HTML or CSS. Yep, so you can already go ahead and write some extension that will replace the background on all the pages for you. Okay, what else we can do with browser console? If you're familiar with Chrome, not only Chrome, but just local storage and cookies. So you see, we have a lot of cookies here. And we have also some local storage key value pairs here. Okay, and we can play with them. Local storage, get item. Let's say we want to find application. Let's move it here. Local storage, we want to change the value. I don't know, some complicated keys here. I don't care. Let's select this one. Get item. So this is the value from local storage. We might get some tokens from local storage or from cookie. And let's set item. Set item, and it gives us some hints, key and value. Our value. Boom. We're going back to application and we see that we just changed local storage. Okay, let's work with document cookie. So here's how we can get all the cookie from the page. We will see them here. But yeah, we can get them using this simple code. And let's set document cookie. Yeah, just giving you some basic examples. Cookie, I don't know, token equals, this is my authorization token. Boom. Let's check the document cookie and we see that we just set the token. Let's make the token empty. Will it work? Yep, token is empty now. Okay, this is great. So we can manipulate everything. Okay, and I also wanted to show you a couple of funny things. First of all, you remember, right? So this $sign stands for document query selector. So it finds one element, only one element on the page. But we also have document query selector all. So this would find all the elements with the specific selector. So let's try to do the following. Selector all. Let's try to find all the images on the page. So it will return us all the images. Document query selector all is not, of course it's not query selector all. Boom, it just returned us all the images on this page. And we can hit length, so we can calculate how many images are on the page. Just select all images and length. Okay, or we can hide all the images on the page, right? Do you remember how to do this? I don't. Style display none. Boom. Properties of undefined. Oh, okay, because we have to do this for each image. So yeah, this will involve some JavaScript, because this returns all the images, and for each image we would have to do this image style none. Yeah, so this is just some basic JavaScript. So for each element which is returned from here, I'll do this like this. This is beautiful. We are finding all the elements, and then we are doing for each. So for each image we are setting style display none. Let's see what happens. Okay, all the images disappeared. Wonderful. Wonderful. All the images disappeared from the page. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm just having fun. I can do this for hours, but yeah, I don't want to bore you. What else? Yeah, I promised you I will show you some interesting things. I know my videos take not 20, not 30 minutes, but yeah, I'm trying to kind of teach you. So I don't care how much time my videos take. I'm just having fun recording these videos and having fun teaching you some cool stuff about web automation. All right, so what else can we do? Let's try to replace all. Let's set here, yeah, let's do everything. Let's do everything via automation, copy selector, boom. So selecting one element, value equals boom, Ilarion Halushka. Then what? Yeah, let's search, quickly search. Okay, let's now replace every occurrence of this Ilarion word. Let's capitalize it. Let's make the big letters. Let's move it to uppercase. Okay, how can I do this? Document body inner HTML. Okay, document body inner HTML. So we just from this tag we just selected everything inner HTML, and now HTML document, we are saving this to HTML. Let's call it new content, HTML replace. We are going to replace Ilarion. We are going to replace word Ilarion with Ilarion capitalized, right? New content, and now we are setting the original document body inner HTML to the new content. So we replaced it, and now we are setting this. If you didn't understand this, then go slowly. Boom, inner HTML, boom, and look what happened. So everywhere where we had Ilarion in lowercase, we have it in uppercase now. Just everywhere. Yeah, but not here. Look, not here, because here it already started from the capital I. So we can quickly fix this. HTML, boom, replace ignore case. Ignore case, so it will replace all the occurrences of Ilarion, no matter like if it starts with the capital one or it has some uppercase letter in the middle. So this ignore case, boom, replacing, and now setting our inner HTML with a new content, the replaced one. New content, this is this one, which is a replaced one. Okay, boom. So now all of the occurrences of Ilarion are capitalized. Okay, this is great. I also wanted to show you that we can, okay, let's say we are somewhere here in the middle of the page. Window, scroll to 0, 0 to the beginning of the page. Boom. Again, we were somewhere here in the middle. Scroll, boom, it scrolls up. We can write a Chrome extension that will be a pretty fast band that will scroll. Okay. Set interval. Okay, we're writing some small JavaScript function. Window scroll that will scroll up every second, and let's run this interval. Boom. Okay, we are going down, it moves up. We are going down, so we are searching, it goes up. We are going down, it goes up. So we can scroll till the end. It always, so every second I set the every second we set the interval to scroll up. So this is what it does. So if you write such Chrome extension, it will be pretty soon banned on the Chrome store. All right, yeah. Then let's try the following. Let's try to, yeah, let's go to my blog. Let's go to my blog. Let's find some element, let's say list of articles, this one. Hidden inspect, then copy selector. Let's find one element like this, list of articles. And now, okay, let's say I'm somewhere over here, but I can do with JavaScript the following: scrollIntoView, boom, scrollIntoView, boom, list of articles. Again, boom, scrollIntoView. So this is what often happens when you hit some button on some web pages and they navigate you to some specific element. So they just execute this scrollIntoView. They select the specific element in JavaScript and scrollIntoView. This is what happens with the pages. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited about all this. I know you might be bored, like, okay, later on show some actions. Okay, what can we do with this? Yeah, but this is the beginning. You have to understand that, you see, I'm playing around with some selectors, I'm playing around with some functions. I'm having fun with this. And I want you to also have fun with this. I want you to go to some website, to click some buttons, to replace some values in some inputs. Not everything will work as it doesn't always work for me. So yeah, you just have to keep trying, keep playing. I will show you. Let's go to my YouTube channel. Let's go to my YouTube channel, and here I already have prepared selector, player container, video, pause. Okay, we just paused the video and let's hit play. Boom, it plays. Let's hit pause and then again play. Cool. I'll just love this one. And what else can I show you? Okay, let's see one more. Sometimes you get alerts right here. Alerts, some very annoying alerts. Alert, close me, I am an error. Boom. Sometimes you get these annoying alerts and you cannot continue interacting with the page until you close this one. So this is the alert. Just hit the alert. Boom. All right. Yeah, okay, we suddenly had a blackout, and yeah, I think that was a clear sign that Ilarion, that's it, stop playing in console, please. It's been more than 30 minutes. Yeah, and the video is already 1 hour long. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that long. We're done playing in console, and what we learned how to do in JavaScript, how to click in elements, how to change input values, how to do navigation to another tab, how to change URL of current tab, how to refresh the page, you remember location.reload, how to open new tab with a blank parameter, how to go forward and back, window.history.back.forward, how to work with cookie, local storage. So these are the basic operations which user performs on the web page. And yeah, this is the start, and we will have to automate all this using code. Today we already wrote some code. It's not that hard. You have just to either memorize some of these comments, Or if you don't, we already have such great tools as ChatGPT. Just go to ChatGPT, ask it, okay, I want to, let's say, open a tab, open some URL in a new tab from Chrome console using JavaScript. And it will tell you the exact command you have to use. So this is becoming really easy to automate everything. But as I said, this is just the first step for you. I hope you kind of repeat something after me. I hope you do play around in browser console, go to some website and try to change something there. Because if you don't, then yeah, it's not worth kind of watching the videos without repeating everything after me, because you'll watch and the second day you'll forget it. If you repeat it, you won't forget it. Okay, so I'm happy to say that today we are finishing the intro to web automation video, and next time we're going to talk more about CSS and XPath selectors. Today we already kind of worked with selectors which Chrome offered us, like automatically copy selector option in Chrome DevTools. But yeah, there is much more to learn about CSS and XPath selectors. So this will be the second video. The homework after this video is to repeat after me. Just go to the same websites that I did, repeat the same comments. Now you know that you can, where is that slide? Tip of the day, copy text from YouTube videos. So feel free to install that extension. Feel free to copy everything, every single line that I wrote in console. Try to play with it yourself. Try to select some elements on some pages, try to click on them, try to navigate to the pages. This is fun. Make it fun for you. You can also play around with Chrome Recorder, Catalan, Selenium IDE. Yeah, these are similar tools. Like we did the same from console, that these tools record automatically. So yeah, just play with some of these and just have some fun. Yeah, this is the second kind of task for the homework after this video. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, hit like, subscribe, like wherever. As I told you, I'm answering comments. See you in the next one and have a nice, great day. Bye.